Hello everyone, so today I am so excited to film this. If you guys know me, you know I love Rihanna so freaking much, and I have very eagerly been awaiting this launch of the Fenty Beauty products by Rihanna. I love her so much, but of course I'm going to have to be honest in this video as always. I'm going to tell it like it is, but so far I have heard amazing things about this brand and I'm just so impressed with the shade range. Like, I feel like everyone's saying it because it is just such a revolutionary moment in beauty right now. There are just so many shades. Like, I think most of my viewers will be able to find their shade in foundation, whether you are a pale girl or a deeper skin girl. I feel like you will hopefully be able to find a match. You need to check it out. I'm pretty sure there's about 40 shades. I didn't actually get to see it in store. I bought this stuff off Sephora New Zealand, which can I also say is amazing. I have so much respect for that because usually here in New Zealand we have to wait months for products that are launched in the US to be launched in New Zealand as well. So the fact that I could go on Sephora New Zealand on the day of launch and get it, and it arrived in like 2 days, like that is so cool. So much respect for that. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you know I am like so sick right now, but I just could not hold out any longer. I was so excited to film today. I'm filming a couple of videos today, so yeah, my voice is a little bit funny, but I'm just feeling really happy and excited. So don't think I'm like not in the mood. It's just my voice. It's deceiving. Okay, so I'll show you quickly what I picked up. I didn't pick up like everything from the collection. I kind of just ran around and picked random things and was like, yep, because I was so terrified that it would sell out or something, which it didn't, which is also amazing. Obviously they were really ready for the launch. They didn't just stock like 2,000 products, you know, like they really had it full stocked, which is so good. So everyone had a chance to actually get in there and get what they wanted. It was just such a good launch, like goals. Anyway, so we have here the Match Stick Trio Conceal Contour Highlight. This is the medium one. I don't know if I got it a little bit too dark for me or not, but we will soon find out. I just wanted like a slightly darker contour, but there is a concealer in here, but maybe I can use it on my face. Anyway, the Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Metal Moon, which I've heard amazing things about, but I've also heard it's really intense, so hopefully I like it because sometimes I go for a more natural glow. This is a Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation Mini sample. Like, this sample is like a pretty legit size. Hopefully the color's okay-ish and I'll be able to take it traveling with me. Look, it looks pretty good. This is the shade 210. And then I've got the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in 130 and 180, which hopefully they're not too pale because this is 210 and it's like pretty good. Who knows? We'll try it out in a second. I also got the Girl Next Door and Chic Freak Kilowatt Highlighter Duo and another one, and this one's in the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. And then I got the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer, which is supposed to work on any skin tone, in Soft Matte. Okay, I am so excited. So obviously all of this stuff's kind of like base stuff. We'll start with this, see how I like it. You guys have been requesting me to do this every day. I was kind of like, oh, you know, like, because I was in VidCon when it launched and everyone uploaded their reviews so quickly and I was like, oh, no one's gonna want me to do one anymore, you know. But I was wrong. I've literally had so many requests every single day to do a Fenty makeup review, you know, so I'm doing it. I'm just gonna go wet a sponge. Okay, so I'm going to start with the primer. I'll put all of the links to the products down below so you can check the pricing and everything. It is kind of like a standard high-end kind of price range. From what I've heard, everyone seems to be going absolutely crazy for this stuff. So I hope I have the same opinion, but sometimes I do not. Okay, first of all, this is the first time I've like held with the packaging and it is so luxurious. It's like a glass packaging. It feels expensive. I love the like nude kind of pink. Kim K has her like nude packaging, which some people hated, like right here. But I said I liked it. I did like it. This is a little bit lighter and more pinky, so there's the difference. And then the frosted glass is just so luxe. I'm a huge fan. You get 32 ml, which is a really good amount. You open it up, it's got a little pump, which is perfect. Smooth pore diffusing finish, extended makeup wear. So I'm just going to take a little bit stickier first. Here we go. The pumps are very small, so I've taken 2 pumps and I'm going to put this on half of my face. I'm going to do this like I normally do first impression videos and just see if there's any difference with the application of the foundation on both sides. It smells like quite nice, like quite rich. That's a really weird way to describe a scent, I know. Okay, I feel like I need a little bit more. It feels quite hydrating and balmy. Like, it feels like it's kind of one of those pore filling primers, except it feels hydrating at the same time, and I totally dig it. I just feel like you have to use quite a bit of product. At the same time though, because I'm sick, I haven't actually been able to swallow properly for the last couple of days. I know that sounds really appropriate. I haven't been able to swallow, and so I have been avoiding eating and drinking water, which is the worst thing to do when you're sick, but it just hurts so much to swallow. So my skin is so dehydrated right now. I'm sculling water at the moment, trying to catch up. Oh my god, this made my skin feel so soft. I've zoomed in so you can see there is no filter on my video. It literally makes my skin look like butter. Look at that. Okay, versus the other side. I know it doesn't look bad, but this just looks like butter. It really has kind of blurred my skin. Okay, so far so good. So for a very like initial first impression, I could definitely see myself using this more than once. Like I could see myself going back to that one. We'll see how it performs with the foundation on top now. So I have the 2 shades of foundation. This is the box, and then the 3rd sample, which is a little bit darker, which may actually end up working a little bit better. I have heard that it does dry down a little bit darker, so when you're choosing your shade, you want to let it dry and then actually see what color it ends up being before you just commit to looking at it in the bottle. Medium to full coverage for all, long wear and light as air. That sounds good to me. This is how it comes. Oh, such beautiful packaging. It's the same packaging as the primer but with a whiter kind of lid. Okay, so this is shade 130. Actually, that kind of looks good too. I don't know what's wrong with my eyes right now. Everything looks fine. And then this here is shade 180. I might try shade 180. That actually looks like it could match pretty well, to be honest. I wanted to get a couple different shades because I always wear fake tan. So let's try this one out now. I'm gonna start by doing the prime side. Okay. So that's how big one pump is, just there. I'm just gonna do 2 pumps, and then taking my sponge, I'm just gonna kind of stipple it around. So it's so easy to blend. It feels like quite watery, like a really lightweight texture. Doesn't feel thick. It's so easy to blend. This color will probably be actually quite perfect for me right now by the time it dries down. Don't forget your ears, people. I'm taking 1 more pump and just putting some down my neck because my neck's a little bit light. Okay, that blends out so freaking easy. I've heard really good things about the Rihanna Fenty sponge and brushes as well. I have not tried them yet. I didn't grab them. I'm gonna take a little bit more just on the pointed edge of my sponge for around my nose. I have so many blackheads right now as well, and it seems to be kind of settling on my nose quite nicely anyway. Some foundations, when I have a lot of blackheads, just look really cakey. This does not look cakey. I know I've said in the past how much I freaking love Rihanna, but I'm being very honest right now. Like, this genuinely looks so smooth on my skin. It looks full coverage. You can still see a few freckles. It's not like cakey full coverage. It's like a natural full coverage, which sounds crazy. Just in the sense that it looks full coverage, but it still looks like skin. By the way, I have a lisp right now because I've got a new Invisalign tray in. So that's the prime side with just 1 layer. Well, 1.5 layers down here. It is so easy to blend, and the finish is like a natural kind of matte finish. I think the only downside is I felt like I used quite a lot of product, but at the same time, when do I not? So I'm gonna use a couple pumps on the other side of my face now. This side is unprimed, and it seems to blend out just as well. The other side feels a lot more hydrated though, but we'll see how it feels and wears throughout the day with no primer, because a lot of people don't like to wear primer, so I want to see if it wears well, you know, over a long amount of time, just as is. Okay, now for some reason, like on this side of my face, that amount of product just went so far. Seriously, this foundation's even like pretty much covered my under eye circles. Not completely, but almost. I am genuinely like, I haven't been this excited about a foundation in a while. It genuinely looks so good. Looks so smooth. Here's a close-up with a dark exposure. You cannot see my pores on the side of my face with the primer and the foundation. Usually my pores are kind of bigger down here. Okay, even on the side with no primer, it still looks so smooth. So it applied amazing on both sides. Under my eyes is very dry, and there's a little bit of dryness picking up, but it's not terrible. It's only bad when you're looking up this close. You can't see from far away. It really does feel quite comfortable on the skin. I don't feel it. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey. Like, yeah, it just doesn't feel like I'm really wearing much foundation at all. It feels like I'm wearing more like a tinted moisturizer or a primer or something. So far, so good. Seriously, there is no filter on this video. Look how smooth that is. Now I'm going into the Fenty Beauty Matchstick Trio Conceal Contour Highlight. Okay, they come in this like hexagon packaging, which I think is so cool. I mean, you know, it's a little bit gimmicky, like it sticks together. At the same time, I guess it could be handy if you were traveling with them in your makeup bag and you didn't want them to all scatter around your handbag. They'd kind of stick together, especially if you did it more like this. So I can see how, like, you know, it is functional, but at the same time, it's kind of just like cool. Like, I don't really care about it. It definitely looks cool. So the packaging is really nice and sleek. Just kind of fits into the palm of your hand. I love the color. So let's start with the concealer. Which one's the concealer? Okay, this one here, Matte Skin Stick in Bamboo. So this is how it looks. I'm going to try this under my eyes, even though it's not a super light color for me. But we'll give it a go. Okay. It's quite creamy. It covered up that darkness on my inner corner. How much product do you get? You get 7.1 gram, which is a decent amount. For comparison, in a liquid, which you'd probably use a little bit more liquid usually, you get 10 mil. So a little bit more in a liquid. That's how much you get. Keep in mind, even though it's not that long, like it doesn't really look that long, it is quite a thick kind of applicator. Okay, let's try blending. Okay, it's easier to blend than I thought it would be. I don't know why, but I just kind of thought maybe it'd be a little bit harder to blend because it's like, I don't know, it's quite full on coverage, but that blends out quite easy. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that's actually like a really nice finish too. It's got a kind of sheen to it. Like it looks quite healthy. I don't know if I'm imagining it. It says it's a matte finish on the packaging, but I don't know, to me it's got this like healthy sheen. Like it's not a dewy finish, but looks good. It looks really radiant. Okay, I'm more impressed than I thought I would be. Just because I don't normally go for like cream. Ooh, they just stuck together on my desk. It gave me a fright. Just because I don't normally go for like creams, I guess. Like I'm usually a liquid concealer, powder contour kind of girl. But anyway, let's try the cream contour. So this is in the shade Mocha and this is the color here. Let's give it a go. I'm gonna do half of my face first. You get the same amount of product in this as well. And once again, I'm gonna take my sponge. Actually, no, let's do a brush. This is a round face brush. I feel like I'm buffing it into almost nothing. It's like hard to blend for some reason. Like it's not blending. I'm just gonna spray my brush with some setting spray and hope that this helps. I like the color, but I don't find it very easy to blend. Oh, on my nose it did. That's so weird. I'm gonna try a little bit more with the wet brush. That makes it blend so much easier for some reason. On its own, not so much. I'm gonna go back in with the concealer and just tidy up my face a little because I kind of blended away a bit of my foundation. So I don't hate it, but I don't love it at all. Like I don't think I would really reach for this just because I'm too lazy to actually sit here and make it work. If you love cream contouring, like you can make it work. I think you just need to make sure you're using, like maybe I should have used my wet sponge, but make sure you're using something a little bit damp to help blend it. Let's do the side with no primer now. This is way better. The foundation definitely did dry a couple shades darker. Look, this shade would probably almost match me when I've got a fresher fake tan on. You can see where I dragged it down like to cover up my neck before, and I pull it down, and my chest, which my chest was darker than my neck originally, is really pale now in comparison. Anyway, okay, so there is the contour shade. Not my favorite. but not terrible, but yeah, not my favorite. I don't think I'll reach for that ever. Just using a little more concealer again. I really like the concealer side. I think a damp sponge is the best way to blend these. Okay, my skin looks really flawless though. Like, I really like the way my face is looking, even though that was a lot of effort for the contour shade to blend out, but my skin looks so flawless. It definitely dried quite a bit darker, so it is true. Definitely go for a lighter shade. Yeah. Now I'm going to try the Shimmer Skin Stick. This is Trippin', and it looks like this. This color is really pretty. Not normally something I would go for, but I mean, let's give it a go. Looks like that, just like a peachy color. I'm going to try it on the other side by directly applying it to my sponge. Okay, that doesn't work. This is not like going as nicely onto my face. Why is like, maybe it's because the foundation is dry. I'm finding stuff quite difficult to blend on top of. Maybe you need to work a little bit quicker. See, I'm gonna have to like keep trying these products. My exposure is really dark right now. I'm gonna have to keep trying these products to see how I like them again, because maybe it's because I'm talking so much that the products are drying. I don't know. I'm not the hugest fan of this. It's just exhausting. I really like the color though on my skin tone. It does make my complexion look so fresh and beautiful. I think so far for sure the foundation is by far my favorite. I love the foundation. I love the primer. And I really like the concealer matchstick. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly set my foundation so I can try out the powder. I didn't pick up the Rihanna one. Don't know why, but I'll need to because I have heard good things about it. Oh my god, holy flawless. This is so flawless and it does not look heavy. It doesn't look or feel heavy. Like, I just don't know how to describe it to you. It is incredible. Okay, so this is what the packaging looks like. This one here is Metal Moon Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter. You get 8 grams of product, which is a really decent amount. In comparison, you get 7 grams in a Becca highlighter. It has a huge mirror, which I really like. Okay, let's swatch this color on the finger. That's how it looks. It's a really pale, like whitish color. I don't think I'll use this one today. I feel like I'd like this one more when I've got less fake tan on. You buff it in, it's almost like a white gold. It's super pretty. It does look a little bit shimmery, but not too shimmery. We also have here Lightning Dust, which is the side, and Fire Crystal. So the Fire Crystal side looks quite glittery. Let's swatch it. I know some of you will absolutely love that. I don't usually go for like super glittery highlighters. It is really pretty though. It's a really pretty color. That's how it looks. And then the other side, which is a little bit smoother, looks like that underneath, a little bit more subtle. I think I'll use that one today. The final one, which will look beautiful on me with more fake tan on if you have more of a medium skin tone. I feel like you will love this. Girl Next Door is on this side, and then Chic Freak is on this side. So Chic Freak is more glittery. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so pretty. That's it right there. And then the more subtle side, which is a little bit lighter as well. Okay, I'm going to try out the Fire Crystal and Lightning Dust duo, and I'm just going to use both sides, but first I'll try out the more subtle side using a shimmer tulip brush, just like this. Oh, yeah, that's right up my alley. It's quite subtle, but not like, it's not chunky or shimmery or anything. It's just super glowy. It's a beautiful kind of like beige color, which sounds boring, but it's not boring at all. I really like it. Okay, and then using Fire Crystal on the like highest point of my cheekbone. This really amps it up and makes it like metallic. This is for you guys who love a bomb, like bright highlight. This is something I wouldn't do on an everyday basis, but sometimes when I'm in the mood, it is very full on, very like there. It is very undeniably beautiful. So do I like this? Yeah, I really do. I really like these. I feel like I'd get so much use out of the more subtle side just for everyday wear, and then, you know, if I'm going clubbing or something like that and I want a really blinding highlight with an extra bit of shimmer or metallic, then I'd go for this side here. I actually really like the way that's been designed. Like, it kind of will work for anyone. And there are quite a few different shades as well. I only picked up a couple. I'm quite happy. I'm quite excited about this. So I'll try out the other shades in some upcoming tutorials as well so we can see how they look. And I'll have another go with the sticks as well, just to see if there's anything I was doing wrong today, or if you guys have any tips, then feel free to leave them down below. So my first impression, I like most of it. I like almost everything. The only things I didn't love were the face sticks for contouring and highlighting. Just found them quite dry and hard to blend, whereas the concealer was really easy to blend, so I'm not sure what was up with that. I look like a Simpsons character. I promise this is not accurate. Should we do a little flash test quickly? Okay, legitimately, this looks so flawless in flash photography. Holy crap. Okay, I'm stoked with how this foundation is currently looking, so we'll see how it looks throughout the day. Woo. I'll see you soon. Hey guys, okay, so it has been 2.5 hours and this is how the makeup is looking. I actually removed my eye makeup. I did another video, it's my previous video where I did 3 makeup looks using the Naked Heat palette. Naked Heat palette. It was like a 3-in-1 tutorial. I did 3 eye looks, 3 different lips with the one palette in the one video. Go check it out if you want. I'll link it down below. But anyway, I ended up removing a little bit of my concealer under my eyes. So I used the stick, this little bamboo stick. It looks like I haven't even touched it. Like, it looks brand new still. And it blended out so nicely once again. Like, I had to kind of build it on top of existing makeup, so it was buildable. So perfect for touch-ups. And now that I've got like a little bit of blush on, like the contour looks pretty good. I haven't added any other contour. That is just the stick. So the color actually is pretty good. It's an effective contour. It makes me look like I've got cheekbones. So that's good. It was just hard for me to blend. So I'll experiment with it. I'll try it with a sponge next time, see how it goes. Oh, I'm just so impressed so far. This foundation looks so badass. I love it. It is just so lightweight, but it looks so flawless. It doesn't emphasize any of my pores or fine lines or anything. It just looks like perfect skin. Here is a straight up like close up of my skin. It looks a little bit cakey on my nose where I've got my blackheads, and then once I put the highlighter on top of it and everything, but that's only up close, but I have to point it out to you, it's there. However, if you look where my pores are and everything, it still looks really smooth. This is with really dark lighting as well. It looks so nice and smooth. Like, look how nice and smooth it looks on my skin. And then if I make it like actual lighting, like this is like accurate how I look in real life right now, like it just looks so beautiful. The highlighter definitely does emphasize a little bit of my like imperfections, but that's to be expected. It's very reflective. I have some dry skin down here. It's kind of starting to cling onto. We'll have to keep an eye on that throughout the day. I'm so stoked. I will continue to wear this throughout the day and I'll update you again soon. Hey guys, so the foundation has been on for 8.5 hours now, and I thought I would just jump on here quickly and show you how it's looking. So overall, it has stayed freaking good. It hasn't looked any more dry along my chin or anything like that. So as far as people with dry skin, I definitely think you can get away with it, because like that's the worst it gets, and that's not bad at all. Creased a tiny bit around my nose, but nothing crazy. Most foundations kind of melt a little bit more than this on me, so I'm pretty stoked with that. And as you can see, it like pretty much has not faded whatsoever. So I definitely think the worst part about this foundation is it dries quite a bit darker than when you first put it on, so you just need to keep that in mind when you are selecting your shade. To be honest, I could have used the lighter shade today probably and it would have been okay. The contour has good lasting power, as you can see. The highlighter has good lasting power. The concealer under my eyes is a little bit cloudy with like mascara and stuff on it, but then again I didn't set it with a powder or anything. I just kind of like left it there, so I have to try it some more. But I really did like the concealer. Like, the coverage was really good. It was super easy to blend out and it had such a beautiful finish. I really liked it. So overall, these products are hit or miss. I definitely think hit. I need to experiment with a couple of them more, like the cream contour and the cream highlighter, but everything else I'm so happy with. Those highlighters are amazing. The foundation is so easy to blend and it looks beautiful. I love the finish. I feel like it's a little bit oily over my nose, ever so slightly, so I'm just going to mattify. So let's see how it looks. Half of it's just highlighter, to be honest. Yeah, look how much better that is. So you could definitely blot during the day if you do get oily. I don't get oily, so that's weird for me, but at the end of the day, I'm definitely going to continue using this foundation. I'm a huge fan. I think it's really good, and the primer felt really nice. It doesn't affect the longevity or how it applies really. It just feels nice on the skin. I'll have to try it with some other foundations to see if it's actually worth the price, because it's quite expensive. If you're worried that the foundation won't look good without the primer, don't worry, it still looks amazing without primer. So there you go. I hope this helped you guys out. I hope it was helpful. It's like the same thing, just reworded into 2 different phrases. If you want to see me try out some more Fenty beauty products, just let me know, because I'm so keen for that. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up. Question of the day is, what product are you most excited about from Fenty? Have you tried it yet? I know loads of you guys have tried it. If you have tried it, please let me know what you think. I would love to get some discussion rolling in the comments about what you've tried, what you like, what you dislike, all of it. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.